Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammicia and you are watching A Mouthful. If this is your very first time joining me, then welcome. So, you guys, I wanted to show you tonight the cornbread that I use in my cornbread dressing video. I also wanted to say thank you so much for everybody who has viewed that video and shared it, but I had a lot of questions in the comment section about the cornbread and how to prepare it. So I wanted to go ahead and make a pan of the cornbread tonight. And if you are still in preparation for your Thanksgiving dinner, you can use this video as a tool to make your cornbread dressing, well, to make your cornbread for your dressing. But also, if you have not made your dressing and you're still looking for a recipe, I'll link my chicken cornbread dressing link in the description box for you guys. If you're looking for a bomb dressing for your Thanksgiving table, this recipe is 5 generations deep within our family, and I promise you, you're going to love it. So let's go ahead and get into talking about our cornbread. Okay guys, so this is the cornmeal that I use to make the cornbread in my dressing recipe. This is the Tenda Bake white self-rising cornmeal, and it is as close, I'm not even going to say close, it's pretty dead on to a true old-fashioned cornbread. It makes a nice thick cornbread, which is perfect for making a homemade dressing. So when you're looking for this in the grocery store, it comes in white or yellow. You can use white or yellow, it doesn't really matter. I just buy white, but it also comes in a cornbread mix. I'm going to recommend that you actually get the self-rising cornmeal instead of the mix. And the reason why I say that is because the mix comes out more like Jiffy. And I know some people do use Jiffy in their dressing, and that's absolutely fine. You do what works best for you. But if you're trying to recreate my recipe from my video, then I'm going to suggest that you do look for this. Now, I did have a couple of commenters say that Tenda Bake, and they don't have Tenda Bake where they live at, so I'm thinking that this is regional. But if you don't see Tenda Bake, then you could actually look for, I think they have like Martha White, I think is a brand, which is going to be pretty comparison to this one. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the recipe. Alright guys, so we're going to put this together pretty quick because the ingredients are as simple as this, and the process is pretty easy as well. So I've already preheated my oven to 400 degrees, and I have sprayed my casserole dish with the non-stick baking spray. And the only thing that I really do different is double the recipe. That's pretty much it. So the standard recipe calls for, it makes 6 to 8 servings. So I just double that. It calls for 2 cups of the cornmeal. I just have 4 cups in here. And let me show you this cornmeal and why I like it so much. If you look at that, this is a really fine cornmeal. So this is one of the reasons why I really like this brand. You can see that. Okay, so I have 4 cups of cornmeal in here, and it calls for 1 egg, so I have 2 right here as well. Oh, and another thing that I do different, I'm sorry. So it calls for 1 1/4 cup of milk. So what I do is I do 1 1/4 cup of buttermilk and then 1 1/4 cup of regular milk, just because I like to use buttermilk in cornbread recipes. So I'm gonna go ahead and start getting everything into our bowl. Okay, so I have our cornmeal in here, I have my buttermilk and my regular milk, and I'm gonna also add in my vegetable oil. So like I said, I'm just doubling. You would generally put in 1/4 cup, but I'm doubling it up today, so I'm just gonna put in 1/2 cup of oil and give this a quick little mix. And then I'm going to beat in our eggs. Here's our last egg. Alright guys, so we have all of our ingredients in the bowl. I'm going to give it a good beat with my whisk until all of the ingredients are combined, and then get it into our casserole dish. So now I did have a couple of viewers that commented and said that they like to actually season their cornmeal, season their cornbread mix before they bake it with their spices for their dressing, and I thought that was a really excellent idea, you know, just to give it that extra layer of deliciousness if you season your cornbread. So I think that's a really good idea, and if you were going to do that, this would be the step to do that at. I'm going to get it into our casserole dish and then get it into the oven to bake. Okay, so our oven is preheated to 400 degrees. I'm going to stick our casserole dish in and get our cornbread baking. It's going to bake for about 30 to 35 minutes, possibly a little bit longer because we doubled the recipe. But you can just watch it and you'll know when it's done just by sticking a toothpick in it. Okay guys, so it's been in for about 20 minutes now. I just wanted to give you a quick peek of it. I'm probably gonna let it go for about 5 to 7 more minutes, but as you can see, the rise on this is really nice. It's baking up good, and it is almost done. Okay guys, we just have a couple more minutes left for the cornbread, but I wanted to say, you know, the holiday season always reminds us of family, and this cornbread reminds me in particular of my grandmother. So when I was telling y'all earlier how this cornbread is pretty dead on to true old-fashioned cornbread, I'm telling you, it tastes just like my grandmother, and her name was Annie Mae. So I was born in Illinois, in this town right outside of Chicago, a little bit outside of Chicago, but my entire family is from there and still lives there. But my grandparents were originally from Mississippi. So we had a lot of like deep South Southern cooking in my grandma's kitchen. And so I would always go back to visit my grandmother during the summer, during Christmas breaks, or any type of holiday breaks. And she would always make this really, really good, thick cornbread. And I think we honestly had cornbread every single night for dinner, but she would serve it to us either with dinner or she would serve it. My two favorite ways that she did it was, and this is how you know she was really Southern. So she'd take the cornbread and crumble it up into a bowl, sprinkle some sugar on top, and then pour some buttermilk in, and we'd eat the cornbread like it was cereal, and it was so good. It was so good. So she would serve it to us that way, or my grandfather had a garden, so we'd always have fresh vegetables, and we'd always have collard greens, and she served greens all the time. So what we'd also have it is she put the cornbread in the bottom of the bowl and put the greens on top, and then pour all of the pot liquor. So you know I'm deep South with the word when you say pot liquor, but she poured that all into the bowl so that the cornbread can soak up the pot liquor. So anyhow, let me get this cornbread out the oven and show you guys. All right guys, so our cornbread is done. I let this bake for about 30 minutes. And so what you would do at this point is just let it cool until you're ready to start preparing your dressing. What I like to do is just make my cornbread ahead of time, whether it be the night before or the morning of. And I just let it sit to the side while I'm preparing the rest of dinner or preparing the rest of the ingredients for the dressing. So now our dressing for this year is already done. I'm just making this pan just to show you guys how to make your cornbread. So if you're not making dressing and you just wanted to know how to make cornbread, then you can do exactly like I'm doing right now, which is just spreading some butter on it. And then I'm going to slice it up and probably put some honey on it, or however the kids want to eat it. And that is it, guys. That's how you make cornbread for your chicken cornbread or sausage cornbread, or whatever type of dressing you are making for your holiday table. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cool, and then I'm going to slice it so that you guys can see the thickness and the texture of the cornbread. All right guys, so I didn't quite let it cool completely because I was ready to show you what this cornbread looks like. You see that? It's nice and thick, and you can see that texture. This is what you want for a good cornbread dressing. The Tenda bakes up nice and thick. It's firm, and not only that, but it's delicious. And with the added buttermilk to give it a little bit of extra richness, I'm telling you, you're going to love this for your cornbread dressing recipe. All right guys, so I wanted to end by saying thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you also for all of your amazing comments. I know a couple of people have commented in a few previous videos and said they've already tried some of the recipes and that they enjoyed it, and that really warms my heart. I love hearing from you guys when you've actually tried out a recipe. I also love hearing your suggestions as well. So I wanted to say, as we go into the holiday season, no matter where you are, I hope that you have a beautiful holiday. I hope that you're surrounded by love and the people that you love. So that is it. Happy holidays to you and stay blessed.